Hello, welcome back to my channel, Moves with Maddie. I've just got to say I'm having a lot of fun recording these videos, so I hope that you guys are having fun watching them. Today's video is all about celebrating our 2-year marriage anniversary. Stephen and I got married May 25th, 2020 during the pandemic. I'll do a little story time, and then I want to share a few of my tips of my young marriage so far. So we got married May 25th, like I said. We had planned to get married on, why am I blanking on the date? June 20th. June 20th was our initial date. I get that confused because our daughter was due June 11th the next year, but she was born June 17th. And June is just very busy in our family. So we were planning our wedding. We got engaged on Christmas before the world fell apart, and we had everything planned. We had save the date sent out, and then the world got weird. And so we wrote like a letter about potentially postponing, and basically what it came down to is the news reports, everything was just getting worse and worse. The whole 2-week lockdown was not a 2-week lockdown, as all of us know now on the other side of everything. So we just decided, you know what, let's get married. And so we were actually able to have our wedding at our venue. We had 17 people total, parents, siblings, and our flower girls, which were our nieces. And so we decided to move forward and have our wedding. It was amazing. I'm so grateful that we didn't wait. I'm so grateful that we got to start our life together. And we just had a whirlwind timeline. We ended up buying a house, and it closed 3 days before our wedding. And as all of you know, right now in 2022, the market is crazy and our house is worth a crazy amount. We would have never, ever been in this spot had we not just been looking as the pandemic was starting. I think people were kind of weirded out about the pandemic and things hadn't gone totally crazy yet. So that's our story of getting married. And here are some tips now reflecting back. That was 2 years ago, and I just cannot believe how fast the time flies. So one of my first tips is share what's on your mind. If there's something that's been on your heart or something that's been bothering you, it's just important to share it. Now, I don't mean complain about every single nitpicky thing. I'm just saying if something has been bothering you or you feel it building up or there's a pet peeve, in a calm way, talk about it. Bring it up at a time that's maybe not emotional, a time where no one's hangry, and just say, I really want to be open and honest with you, or I want to be upfront and talk about something that's been bothering me, and just say it. Honestly, if my husband is upset about something, I can tell, I can just feel it. And so sometimes I'll be like, hey, I can tell that you're kind of annoyed with me, or I can tell that you're kind of agitated. Let me know if you want to chat about it. Let me know if you want to tell me what it is that's bothering you. And it's not always about me necessarily, but maybe something's heavy on his mind. So that's my first tip. If something's been bothering you, talk about it. Another tip is make sure you have your alone time and your significant other has their alone time as well. I've heard of countless relationships where the couples are glued together, or we all know those people that when they're dating, they drop everything else and it's just about their person. Well, it's really important and really healthy to have your own time. My husband especially needs recharge time. And so he is involved at our church. He's on the worship team. And so he goes to practice on the weeks that he has worship. He likes to play guitar. He likes to play video games. He actually builds video games as his job. He likes to fish. He likes to go and get lunch with his friends, things like that. So make sure that you make time for yourself. I as well make time for myself. Right now it looks a little bit different since I'm kind of in the surviving stages of helping with our daughter and being in the first trimester of pregnancy. But tonight I'm going to meet up with a friend. I get together with play dates and things for our daughter, as well as I do other things. I do. But make sure you make time for yourself, and your significant other gets that time as well. And lastly, talk about household expectations. So my husband and I grew up a little bit differently. And so he had to do chores, I had to do chores, things like that. But there's certain things he really does not like to do in the house. So I was like, oh, I don't mind doing those things until we had a baby. And until I was whoa, all day, I spend most of the time like cleaning and doing things. I don't really chill. And so I've communicated with him like, hey, I need some more help. I need, I could use your help with like XYZ. Now he really likes me to tell him specifically what I need help with. That's not really my style because I don't want to be like a bossy person. I don't want to be like a mom because I am a mom, but not to him. So just talk about those household expectations. Something that we've tried and we're hit and miss on it is called Power Hour Wednesday. We're hit and miss. Today's Friday. We did not do it on Wednesday. But on Wednesday, he did help clean some things while I was gone. So anyways, Power Hour Wednesday, the idea is like set a timer for an hour, blast some music on your, I was gonna say, but I didn't want her to start talking to me while I'm recording this. And we had like a list we would work through. And it wasn't just me writing stuff on the list. Like if he wanted to do something, he could write it on the list too. So just kind of communicating and making sure you're on the same page. And it's okay if it like fluctuates. So don't always expect it to be like, well, you said you were gonna do X, Y, Z. Always. Well, like if the garbage is full and I'm in the middle of doing something, sometimes I'll just empty it, even though that's one of his roles. So just make sure that you're on the same page, like household-wise, about your expectations. And if you need help expressing that, even though I'm a stay-at-home mom, there is so much to do in a day. So much to do in a day. Now that our daughter crawls everywhere as well, it's like the time just flies and I'm exhausted. So I definitely need help. So that's my recap, my advice for what I've learned in these first 2 years of marriage. And I hope that those tips are helpful to you, whether you're married, want to be married one day, or I feel like these can be applied to friendships too. So wherever you are in life, I hope these tips help. And thank you for celebrating 2 years of marriage with me and my husband. And this is how I kind of wanted to reflect on these past 2 years. Bye.